What's up, guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at Epic Games' new Monster Hunter-like game called Dauntless. Now this game has just been released, I think on May 21st, and I've been dabbling in it a little bit, and I've got to say I actually quite like the game. And honestly, it looks like it would be a fun game to make some content on, so the first thing I wanted to do is actually make a guide on how to beat the Behemoth Nayzaga. Now if any of you are familiar with Nayzaga, you know that you come into fighting him a little bit after level 5 or 6, I'd say, in the game, and if you go in with what you have, you're gonna get destroyed. At least I did, and I was playing with two people that were at least level 10, and we kept getting absolutely destroyed because the hints it tells you what to do are absolutely garbage, and they are wrong. But yeah, guys, if you decide to play Dauntless for yourself, make sure you're using code LegendaryLee in the item shop. Just like Fortnite, they have their own little battle pass. I think it's actually cheaper than Fortnite. There's not as much stuff to buy, but still would help me out and I would appreciate it. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit the like button if you want to see more Dauntless content here on the channel in the future. So let's go ahead and go right into what we need to do to fight Nayzaga. So as you can see here, what you'll need for this hunt is Terra weapons, which are strong against shock behemoths, and you'll need shock armor, which is also strong against shock behemoths. Early on in the game when this hunt comes along, the only real shock armor you can get is from Drask. It's really easy. I even went in with only 3 Drask pieces of armor, so you want to make sure you have at least 3 to 4 pieces of Drask armor before you head into this hunt. Another thing you'll notice is that I have a Terra weapon. Make sure that you are definitely wielding a Terra weapon, and I am using the spears just because I like the quickness and agility and the ability to move around while using them. I'm using Karabak's Sting, which is the one you can craft after you beat the wasp type behemoth. His name's Karabak. Pretty easy to defeat, so at least make sure you have a Terra weapon going into the hunt. Now as for the cells that you're going to use on this hunt, you're going to want to use ones that give you a lot of stamina, the ones that increase your max stamina or reduce stamina of dodging, things like that, because you're going to be using a lot of it to get away from Nayzaga because he is such a quick behemoth. So as you can see here on Karabak's Sting, I have equipped a 3 barb cell, which adds a flat amount of wound damage on hit, and an endurance cell, which increases my max stamina. Another thing you're going to want to go in with, and you might not have it at this point, but you want to go in with a couple different tonics. First of all, I would say the most important is the stamina tonic. It grants 50% increased stamina regen and 50% reduced stamina cost for 2 full minutes. You can only bring 4 with you at a time, but trust me, they come in handy because you are going to be dodging like crazy with this guy. Another one I like to go in with is Frenzy Tonic. It grants a 15% increased damage dealt for a full minute and grants 30% if the behemoth is enraged. So you get an extra damage boost there along with the stamina boost. Now one cell you definitely want to have equipped if you in fact own it is the Deconstruction Cell. And what this does is grant bonus damage against objects created by the behemoths. I have an epic version of it right here, and it is very, very pivotal for fighting Nayzaga because he places down these electric probes all over the place, and they shoot electric orbs at you and are very hard to dodge if you're not careful because they're all around you in all directions. So definitely make sure you have a Deconstruction Cell on some part of your armor or on your weapon. So with all that set up, let's go ahead and get into some of the techniques on how you want to approach fighting Nayzaga. So as the fight commences, what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have some people assigned to different tasks. So as you can see, I'm heading towards the probe spikes in the ground, and I'm just waiting for them to shoot, and you can just dodge in the last second, easy like that. But what you're going to want to do is have probably 1 to 2 people destroying these during the entirety of the match, and the other 2 focusing on the actual behemoth. Right here, me and my friend are focusing on these, and I should have just let him take care of them because he has the hammer with all the extra damage. So if you're going to be focusing on the spikes, I'd say you want to have a heavy weapon like a hammer or an axe. If you're going to be fighting the actual behemoth, you're going to want to have a quick weapon like the spear or the dual blades, maybe even a sword. But that's just my style. I like to be quick and fast. But yeah, as you can see here, really important to get these things out of the way. Try not to get hit like me. But yeah, see, just not paying attention, you can see that those things will come at you and just hit you out of nowhere. You can see that they'll charge up, and you want to stay away. If you're trying to destroy it while it charges up just like that, you want to get away so you can dodge it in time. The guide tells you to knock those back at Nayzaga, but the fact is it's very hard to because you have to be at the right exact angle, and you you just can't. I mean, it's very, I mean, you can, but it's very hard, and it's not even worth it. I would say just destroy them. It makes for a much easier fight. As you can see here, I just like to be swift and quick, being able to dodge in and out, because timing these attacks is really important, because you can take some big hits from this guy. But you just gotta get in, do a couple hits, get out. Make sure the lightning doesn't zap you, because if it does, you will not be able to heal, you'll not be able to use any of your consumables, you will not be able to revive. It's just super annoying. Now, there is a cell that says that it nullifies shock damage, but I've equipped it and it does absolutely nothing. I don't know if that's a glitch or if there's some other effect that it's supposed to do, but I've noticed that it actually just doesn't do anything at all, so I wouldn't worry about equipping that. And just try to stay out of the range of him, make sure you get those spikes down, and keep knocking away at his health. It's going to take a while, as they all do, but as you can see, you can get up close, do a couple hits. Now he's knocked out here, so now you want to get in and do some hits. I like the spear because it has the, right here, the multiple attack. Look at all those numbers and all that damage. Crazy amounts of damage. And for the most part, me and the other guy here were taking care of him, and my friend with the hammer was taking care of the spikes. So you can see we did it with 3 men. I had trouble for a long time. I did it 4 or 5 times with 4 people, and 2 of them were higher levels, and we could not get this because we didn't really know how to do it. We were doing it all wrong. But really, you want to get those spikes gone. Basically, that is the key to the fight. Get the spikes gone and make sure they don't hit you. Another thing I would advise against is getting too carried away in your fight. As you can see here, I was getting really into it and trying to get those spikes out, and he just came up and destroyed me. But there's something very important you don't want to do, and that is to use your self-revives. Do not use your self-revives until the danger level in the top right corner requires you to do it. Try to have somebody revive you so you can save those things when they are absolutely necessary. Now, we didn't end up getting to that point in this fight, but a lot of people in the earlier game will. So it is super, super important to not use those self-revives. Have somebody come and get you. Usually they will. That's actually something I like about this game, that your teammates will actually come and revive you even if you're not chatting with them. But yeah, that's another very important aspect of actually really all the fights, especially this one. Now, another reason I like the spear is because it has the shoot ability. If you build up in the top left corner, there's a bar. If you build that up over time, you can actually shoot a shot at the behemoth just like that, do some damage. It's a good way to get a ranged attack in without being too close. It's a good 644 hit, and you can do even better. I've had 1400 hits, and since it's the weapon is effective against the behemoth, it's going to do even more damage. So yeah, just make sure you're going in with the right equipment, and it should be a breeze. Once we figured out how to actually take care of this, it wasn't that bad, and we were able to beat it just about every time. So yeah, but yeah guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this guide video. Let me know in the comments down below if you had any trouble with this guy. I know I did, so I just wanted to make a quick little guide to get it out there and show you how to defeat him. But like I said at the beginning, if you do end up getting the game, make sure you're using the supported creator code in the bottom right corner, and that code is Legendary Lee, as you see here on screen. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay legendary.